Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Miami Hurricanes taking on the 13th-ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. At the 45, on his way. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Makes the grab over the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Hurricanes have this offense rolling. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And the Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The pitch. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability to stop the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush. And
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And everything works out for the offense, right? They went for it on 4th and 1 earlier. It was a big decision, a big gamble. They got it, and now you pay it off with the touchdown. Head coach is loving that.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Kentucky's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked. Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Finley. Big play for this offense, and they get it to the 32. Kentucky going quickly. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Finley. Makes the catch and knocked down. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And that's a really good example of the quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a...
Hit the afterburners, kid. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense set on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's 3rd down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important.
Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Canes. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes... That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He's going to pass on second down. Got the back over the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line.
Miami, 14, Kentucky,
7. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now, this guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and the guy this defense has got to be ready for him.
Kentucky right back to the line.
Great job on the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Looking to pass on second down. Buys a little time with his feet. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy is.
And they look the same, don't they? They look the part, just big, physical, huge guys, but the speed element always there, always in the backfield making plays.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paulie.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets to the quarterback. This Mike Backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? Was bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Canes send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets it out of there for the first time today and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Wildcats in the hurry-up. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And it's picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. The 20. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. Here comes the offense onto the field again. The give to the tailback. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone.
Kentucky, set.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He finds his man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Quick tempo here for the offense. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop?
He's going to throw deep right side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the returner will be brought down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Quickly complete. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. They're going to throw it again. Tosses it incomplete.
You got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. It's complete to the right, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Glass half full, glass half empty, guys. Obviously great, they got a completion. Prefer that over incompletions or interceptions. The glass half empty. I mean, they made that third down a bit more manageable, but not by much.
Got him downfield. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt, and you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open, so I'm going to continue to pick at.
Gets away from one, finds room. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. On second down, he'll let it fly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to pass. Looking for a huge play. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Canes. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Unloads to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Hit as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Throwing right. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
It's never easy on defense being in a sudden change situation like this. On the very first snap, they take a shot. You're backed up almost in your red zone. Great job forcing an incompletion now to catch your breath, get some momentum.
This time on target. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The throw. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, you're going to be a great player. You've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
The sure hands, it's Finley. And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Owens. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. They run the reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Catch in the middle, it's Finley. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down, and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Now the pitch. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
He'll pitch it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Kentucky, 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Handoff from the gun. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Fires into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. It's complete on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. And the Canes line it up with a 1st and goal. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the route is on. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not like it? It's the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Trying to get to it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs. And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Touchdown, Canes! And the stomping has commenced. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. A little sports history, David. Upset